Hi, Vikram.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Hi, Vikram. I just want to say good news that you got selected in the first round. It is a second round we want to take. I got the information. Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Okay, Vikram, if I want to display 20,000 records on a custom Visualforce page without pagination, how can you do it?
So you want to show 20,000 records on the single VF page, right, sir?
On custom Visualforce page without pagination. Yes, you're right.
Okay. Okay. So we can show it using the Apex repeat tag, sir.
Mm-hmm.
There is a limit on the data table and the page block data table, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of the 10,000 records or 1,000 record. Okay. So what we can do, we can show it in the repeat tag, like list of s object we will create, and we will iterate them in the repeat tag, and under repeat we will put up the data table or the page block data table.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What is the collection size limit?
So the collection size limit is 1,000 records. Okay, when we have set up the read only attribute as false, and the collection size limit is increased to 10,000 when we set it as true. If the read only attribute is set as true, the collection size limit is higher, like 10,000 records.
Where you can set up that read-only attribute?
On the VF page, in the first tag itself, right? Apex page tag itself, there is a read only attribute is there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's move to another question. Users, okay. I have a portal where user can select or user can change color of theme. Okay, or he can select a theme, whatever he wants.
Okay.
Now, next, I mean, by default, there is a one theme. If they don't select, every time they'll get the same UI theme, always if they log in. But they have the possibilities to select or to choose theme on my portal. Then, if they selected and then they logged out, and now they log in again. Okay, so now I have to show the same theme what they selected previously. Okay, instead of default theme. How can you achieve this?
So let me clarify this question, sir. So you're saying that there is a portal, and whenever user will log in, right,
Yes.
he will have an option of the changing the color theme,
Yeah.
and if we select a theme, next time whenever he will log in, the same selected theme should be displayed, right, sir?
Exactly.
Okay, so this is a uh, user basis, sir. User basis updation is required. So I think we can do it using two things. Okay, first of all, we can have a custom field on the user object record, and whenever the portal user will select it, and right, we can
Mm-hmm.
update that field to the color theme that he has selected, and whenever next time he will log in, we will fetch the information from his profile and we can show it. Okay, only the question I have that whether the portal is user is allowed to update that custom field. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that question I have. And the second method is like we can have a hierarchical custom setting created. So the default value that is there, right? So we can have the default value for the default custom default color theme, and whenever a user will select, right, we will create a record for the user in that hierarchical custom setting.
Okay. So you were saying that what is the best approach here?
So as per me, I will go ahead with the hierarchical custom setting
Mm-hmm.
because I do not have to fire any query on that record. That means
Mm-hmm.
the query will not be fired and I can directly get that value.
Okay. Cool. So one thing is you don't need to fire a query and it is flexible as you have the possibility to set a default values and the specific values per user, right? That's your answer.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Cool. Let's move to another question, Vikram. How can I, okay, how can I access deleted records in an SOQL query?
Okay. So we have a all rows clause in the SQL query, sir. At the end, if we add it, so we will fetch all the records from an object. Even it will include the deleted records.
Okay. How can I access undeleted records in Trigger? What kind of context variables I have to use for that?
Okay, so to access the undeleted record, like we are undeleting a record from the recycle bin, we can access those in the trigger.new and trigger.new map.
Okay. Can we restrict record level access using sharing rules?
No, sir. Sharing rules are there to release access. It is not to restrict access.
You mean extend the record level access? Am I correct?
Yes, sir. That means we can release the access level, okay, but we cannot restrict it.
Okay. How will you obtain code coverage for private methods in a class?
There are two ways to achieve this, sir. Because whenever we are calling the public methods, internally those are calling the private methods. So private methods gets covered if you are covering the scenarios in your test class, or there we can have a test visible annotation for the method. Okay, so by directly we can call the method from the test classes.
Okay. The last question, Vikram. Why we use test.startTest and test.stopTest methods in a test class?
So we need to create some test data, right? As an ideal practice, we should not put up the see all data equal to true.
Okay.
So we have to create the data for the objects, then the custom settings, right? So this is consuming the governor limits, okay? And for our actual code execution, we have very less governor limits available. So to avoid that situation, the test.startTest and test.stopTest are provided. So what this will do, this will provide the fresh governor limits for our actual code test thing. Okay, whenever the actual test class will run, right, for our code coverage, it will that means it will provide the fresh governor limits.
Okay, that means you are going to include your all test data, what is necessary before the test.start test method, and then you are going to execute necessary steps to test or to do unit test of your code after start test. Is it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All the best, Vikram.
Thank you.